Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Boston. We're the daily podcast that gets you started on the right foot and always with a positive vibe. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Monday, January 29th. You'll be interested to know. On this day, 88 years ago, in 1936, Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb were among the first players to be elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Only 18 more days until spring training, folks. Now let's check out the weather in the Boston area. This morning it's a little snowy and feels like 25 degrees with 15-mile-per-hour wind. Tonight, the sun will set at 4:54 p.m. and it will rise again tomorrow at 7 a.m. We're now getting 9 hours and 53 minutes of daylight, which is just about 50 minutes more daylight than we were getting back around Christmas. Now there's some good news to start your day. You're welcome. It looks like we're in for some snow, mainly before 1 p.m. High near 35. North wind around 16 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 26. Chance of precipitation is 80%. New snow accumulation of less than 1 inch possible. Tonight, a chance of snow before 8 p.m., then a slight chance of snow showers between 8 p.m. and midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 20. North wind 13 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25. There will be little or no snow accumulation. The first low tide Monday will be at 7:20 a.m. with a high tide around 1:30 p.m. The nearshore buoy at Cape Cod Bay reads 40 degrees for the water temperature. Looking ahead in the weather. We'll see a partly sunny Tuesday, highs near 27, cooling to 16 at night. Wednesday and Thursday remain mostly sunny, warming to the low 40s. Friday brings possible showers and snow showers, with highs around 44 and lows near 28. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In top news, the Himalayan mountains took 52 million years to form. Now, a new geological study has unveiled a fascinating process happening beneath them. The Indian Plate, instrumental in creating this mountain range through its collision with the Eurasian Plate, is experiencing delamination. This process involves a complex interaction where the top layer of the Indian Plate scrapes against the Eurasian Plate, while the bottom layer splits off and subducts into the Earth's mantle. This discovery challenges previous beliefs about the Indian Plate's movements. Some scientists had argued it was moving horizontally, avoiding subduction, while others believed it was submerging beneath the Eurasian Plate. The current findings suggest that both processes are occurring simultaneously. The research team used innovative methods, including helium isotope analysis from springs and seismic data, to uncover this phenomenon. In other words, that we can all understand, basically, the mountains are breaking away from each other now, after millions of years of coming together. Now let's talk more science. The moon is shrinking, akin to the wrinkling of a raisin, and has been illuminated through a detailed reanalysis of seismic data from the Apollo missions. Scientists have focused particularly on the moon's south pole, a region characterized by its rugged, cratered terrain. This analysis reveals that the moon is not only shrinking, but also experiencing moonquakes, which differ significantly from earthquakes on Earth. These quakes, potentially lasting hours, could pose risks to structures on the moon, making this information vital for future lunar explorations and settlements. As NASA plans to return humans to the moon with the Artemis missions, Understanding these seismic activities becomes increasingly crucial. This knowledge will guide the strategic placement of lunar bases and the design of structures resilient to these unique lunar conditions. In business news, this week in the markets, it's set to be eventful, with several key happenings. The Federal Reserve's first meeting of the year is anticipated, where interest rates are expected to remain unchanged. Investors will be looking for any signs from the Fed about future rate cuts. The U.S. jobs report for January will also be released, showing whether the economy added the expected 177,000 new jobs. This report could indicate how the Fed's previous rate increases are impacting the economy. In tech, major companies like Alphabet, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Meta are scheduled to report their earnings, which could significantly influence the market's direction. The Bank of England will also have its first policy meeting of the year, with expectations to keep interest rates steady. Finally, China's PMI data will offer insights into the state of the world's second-largest economy, which is facing several challenges, including a housing downturn and deflationary risks. In crypto, Bitcoin is back up a bit to $42,425. Ethereum is at $2,275. And Solana is up to $97.75. Now on to sports. We now know who's playing in Super Bowl 58 on February 11th. In an incredible NFC Championship game, the San Francisco 49ers staged a massive comeback, overcoming a 17-point deficit to defeat the Detroit Lions 34-31. The Lions led 24-7 at halftime, but the 49ers rallied in the second half. Key moments included a miraculous catch by Brandon Ayuk and a pivotal Lions fumble. The Lions' decision to forego field goals in favor of fourth-down attempts backfired, contributing to their loss. The 49ers' resilience was on full display, reminiscent of their previous comebacks in NFC Championship history. This win propels them to the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs, continuing their remarkable postseason journey marked by overcoming significant challenges. And in the AFC Championship, the Chiefs beat the Ravens in Baltimore 17-10. On February 11th, at 6:30 Eastern Time, Super Bowl 58 will be played in Las Vegas, Nevada. The Chiefs will be the home team, and the 49ers the road team. As of now, the 49ers are favored by 1.5 points. In the NBA this weekend, the Clippers smoked the Celtics on the road in Boston by a score of 115-96. Yowza! Also this weekend, the Bruins on the road beat the Flyers 6-2. David Pasternak's early goal set off a rapid scoring spree, leading to a 4-0 lead. James Van Riemsdyk scored for the Flyers, but Boston's offense, led by Pasternak and Charlie Coyle, remained strong. Despite a few goals from Tyson Forster, the Bruins dominated, showcasing excellent net front offense. The team now heads into a break with a strong win, facing Calgary next on February 6th. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the Boston area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class. With locations in Canton, Wellesley, Hingham, Brookline, and Framingham, just be sure to tell them Sunny Mornings sent you by. And now, back to the show. Now in local news. Boston's Downtown Crossing welcomes the WNDR Museum, an immersive art and technology experience, opening on February 1. Breaking the traditional museum norms, it encourages visitors to interact with the artworks. The 17,000 square foot space features over 20 exhibits, including Yayoi Kusama's Let's Survive Forever Infinity Room. Designed to redefine the art experience, the museum includes dynamic installations like the responsive Light Floor by Bright Logic and the Wisdom Project by WNDR Studios. Located at 500 Washington Street, tickets start at $32, with discounts for children and military members. And in entertainment news, Amazon MGM Studio is developing a film about Heather Razlikin Morgan and her husband Ilya Lichtenstein, charged in 2022 with the $4 billion Bitfinex heist. Directed by Hannah Marks and co-produced by Lily Reinhardt, the film is inspired by a 2022 New York Times article. The story follows the couple's 2016 hack of Bitfinex, leading to their arrest in 2022. Before her arrest, Morgan was an aspiring rapper and Forbes contributor. They admitted to stealing 120,000 Bitcoin and agreed to forfeit their gains, facing up to 20 years in prison. The Justice Department recovered another $475 million related to the heist in August 2023. Since her arrest, Morgan has distanced herself from the crypto and NFT space, with her NFTs disappearing from OpenSea. The film's release date and further details are yet to be announced. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today's quote comes from the great coach from Notre Dame, Lou Holtz. Lou says, "Your talent determines what you can do. Your motivation determines how much you are willing to do. And your attitude determines how well you do it." I love it, Lou. And that's a wrap for this morning. Remember to stay tuned tomorrow for more news and updates. Have an amazing day, my good friends.